back. I hope you had a chance to meet some of our entrepreneurs during the break and that you are filled with energy now when you have had a cup of coffee. Are you? Yes. Okay, that's good. We will soon meet our 19 companies that are nominated for Cleantech Company of the Year. Some of the most interesting technologies in Sweden at this very moment. But first, I want to introduce to you Lars Bengtsson, who is Director Operation at Innovationsbron. Innovationsbron is a very important organization for Swedish startups. Welcome, Lars Bengtsson.
I hope the mic works. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Thanks very much, Lillemor. Actually, as a matter of interest, I have another background as well, apart from being part of Innovationsbron today. I have personal experience from being an entrepreneur in a cleantech company as well. So I know exactly how you feel, you companies that are going to pitch in a few minutes. Anyways, what I will talk about today is the company that I work for today, which is Innovationsbron. And Innovationsbron is actually by far the biggest investor in early stage tech companies in Sweden. We're a state-owned company, and we have a mission to bridge what is often called the value of death. In other words, the situation where it's very difficult to find financing for the tech companies. And we do that with equity, and we pick companies that we believe can contribute in a significant way to Swedish growth, or growth of Swedish welfare, if you want to put it that way. Today, there are roughly 160 companies in our portfolio, and 20 of those are cleantech companies. In our company, we work out of 7 offices, from Luleå in the very north, via Umeå, Uppsala, Stockholm, Linköping, Göteborg, to Lund in the very south of the country. To give you an idea of how active we are on the market, we made new investments, or investments in new companies, I should say, in 42 cases last year. And we made 45 follow-on investments. And that, I think we all can agree that that is a significant number when it comes to startups. Typically, we invest up to 2.5 million Swedish kronor in the companies. There are cases where we go a little bit further, but generally speaking, we try to stick to 2.5 million kronor, and thereafter, traditional venture capitalists take over the financial responsibilities, if you want to put it that way. We're a state-owned company, and we can actually invest ourselves without any co-financing from private capital. Even though that is the case, I'm very proud to say that when we invest in new companies, typically for every krona that we invest, we get another 2.5 kronas from private investors going into the same companies. And when it comes to follow-on investments, the same number is 4 kronas from other parties when we invest 1 krona. So that to me means that we help companies to market them, if you want, in the investment community. And when Innovationsbron become active, it's typically easier to get money from other sources as well. As I said, we have our focus in the very early stages of the tech companies' lives. And the role that we'd like to play is that we'd like to minimize the risks that private capital see for an investment in those companies. And typically, I would say that there are maybe 3 risks in the early stage. There is a technology risk, There is a market risk or customer risk if you want, and also just to have control over the company to set up the right operations is something that we also try to focus on and help with. Over the years, Innovationsbron has been active in the Cleantech space quite a bit. And we actually ran a project between 2010 and 2012 called Cleantech In. And that today is a major cluster of Cleantech companies. And since January this year, we passed that responsibility over to Technopol, which is a fully owned subsidiary of Innovationsbron. We've had other initiatives as well, and right now we have one initiative that is geared towards incubators, where incubators can apply for money that can be used for development of various types of solutions that will help Cleantech companies all over Sweden. So to conclude all of this, Innovationsbron is by far the most active investor in the early stage, and that applies also for Cleantech companies. So if anybody's interested and have a need for investments, please just feel free to contact any of our investment managers in an office that suits you.
Thank you, Lars Bengtsson. So we have a lot of entrepreneurs here today. So if any one of those want Innovationsbron as a partner, what would they do?
Well, the easiest, I guess, is just to visit our website. And the website is called innovationsbron.se. And on that website, you can find information about our offices in the places that I mentioned. And you can also find the names and telephone numbers to our investment managers. So pick somebody that you feel looks like a nice person, give them a call, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, thank you. You've invested in 343 companies, is that correct?
That's correct.
Good. Can you name any company in particular that has stood out?
We've had a few really good companies, actually, and last year we made an exit in 39 different companies. Some of those exits are positive, some are less positive, of course. But we have several companies that have had good visibility on the financial market, for example. Polar Rose is one company in Lund. I'm very proud to say that I ran a company that Innovationsbron or Teknikprostiftelsen had invested in. That was also a big success. That was a company called Createl. And there are a number of big successes, actually, that we've been part of.
But is it any particular company that stood up? Like
Since this is a Cleantech event, after all, I would have to pick a Cleantech company. And again, there are a number of Cleantech companies. But if I am to pick one company, I would pick the winner of the award that you guys are competing for in 2010. And that's Svenska Aerial.
Okay, what a coincidence. We have just that company here today. Thank you, Lars Bengtsson.
Thank you.
Big hand of applause.